Okay, guys, the first Reddit question somebody sent in there, this is a person that sent a list, I think 6 things, and they said, hey, I think of videos all the time that could be shot and some questions that I would like to see answered in videos. And I said, that's a great idea. And so I'm going to do some of those. And this is the first one of this person's. I should have had them up to have their screen name, and I don't. I don't have Reddit open right now. I'm just looking at something I copied and pasted to a list of ideas that I have. So I'll shout this person out when I go find their screen name. But in this list of things, their first thing they asked was what actually separates a value builder and a luxury custom home builder. Okay, this is one that I could go down a rabbit hole on. The first thing is I don't know how they're defining value builder. It's actually an interesting term I don't ever use. I don't think I ever even hear. It makes me think of either a national production builder that would be more of what people commonly refer to as a track builder. For these purposes, I'm going to try to compare it to a builder that may be similar to what I do in regards to maybe they aren't the huge national builder building thousands of homes a year. They are a local company building on people's lots, maybe some, homes in a neighborhood, something like that. So the word value makes me think they would be somebody or a company, sorry, that is doing a lower priced home. Generally speaking, they are going to be less complex homes. The finish out is probably going to be a little bit lower end. And so, that's how you could consider them a value builder. Now, when we're talking about home building, and I'll try not to take too long here, but think of it a little bit like being an automobile manufacturer. There are tons of different automobile manufacturers out there that are all making cars, but they aren't all making the same type of cars and doing it the same type of ways. So there are a lot of segments in home building. A house is a house, but there are builders that specialize in huge amounts of volume, lower priced homes. There are mid-level production builders. There are custom builders doing lower priced homes. There are custom builders like my company doing what I call a mid to higher grade luxury home. And then there are the builders that do what I call the super customs. I mean, they're doing the gigantic mansions. So think of it a little bit like Ford Motor Company and Ferrari. They're both building cars. They're both auto manufacturers. Heck, they both make an SUV type of vehicle, but they're two completely different things. The Ford is still a great car, but they make a whole bunch of them. They're a lot less expensive. They do not have all the same types of products and features in them that the Ferrari does, right? The Ferrari is a lower volume, more boutique type of manufacturer. You're going to pay a lot more for one of those, but they're also going to come with a lot more features and have a lot higher performance. You have some of the same things going on with home building. So I often tell people the lowest track home builder in the world could build a mansion if they wanted. It probably wouldn't turn out like it needs to for certain reasons. That kind of builder, to accomplish what they do with pricing, uses subcontractors and materials that are going to be less expensive and therefore generally not as high quality. I can tell you our level of subcontractors over the years, and if the word subcontractors is confusing to you, builders are general contractors. We don't actually have employees that build homes from start to finish. We hire other companies that are experts in their given field. Electricians, plumbers, roofers, those are all subcontractors. You even have vendors that are the people that sell things like appliances and trim materials and doors, these kind of things. So as the homes I build have gotten nicer over the years, I have kind of upgraded my level of subcontractor. Think of a subcontractor that does the detail work you see, a tile installer, a trim carpentry company. I have used some back when I was building lower priced homes that weren't able to do the quality of some of the subcontractors I have now. They were a lot less expensive. And when you are in a certain type of segment, you can't use the super high end, trim carpentry company and do the starter home. It's just not going to make any sense financially. You're not going to It's not going to be priced like a starter home if you're using some of the best subcontractors in the industry, and vice versa. If I tried to go down and build a starter home, I'm going to be too expensive. The subcontractors and materials I generally work with are on a slightly different level. So to me, that's where you're going to see the difference between a value builder, maybe a builder specializing in a lower price point, versus a builder specializing in a higher price point. It's just hard for me to go do what they do and vice versa. So hope that answers the first question in the Reddit questions and answer video series.